Two of the most common things that parents face are anxiety and insecurity. And in Galatians 5, you will not find anxiety or insecurity listed as fruit of the Spirit. It's not something that comes from God and walking with God that leads to those things. We know it's intrinsic in parents. It's natural for parents to feel this way. Anxiety comes from this kind of desire to have control over our circumstances and not lose things. Insecurity comes from a self-awareness that says, I'm not perfect, I'm falling short. Anxiety, for us, it's typical for us to feel anxiety because we want something important to go well, and we feel like it's up to us to do so, and when it doesn't, we get scared. Or we feel like by the power of our worry, we might be able to control our circumstances. But what you see in the Gospels is a difference between people who aren't Christ and Christ. People who aren't Christ will be anxious in a boat that's in a storm. They are afraid. They are fearful. They are crying out. Are you not concerned about what we're concerned about? And yet they look to Christ, and what is Christ doing? Christ does not fret. He is not anxious. Paul actually tells us we have nothing to be anxious about. Be anxious about nothing. And insecurity, similarly, insecurity is a natural part of being a person who's aware of their own mistake making, but that is not a fruit of the Spirit. Anxiety, a fruit of the Spirit, there's peace is a fruit of the Spirit. Insecurity is not a fruit of the Spirit, but you know what is? Goodness. Goodness is a fruit of the Spirit. Somehow, even in my imperfection, we all fall short of the glory of God. Even in my sin, God would say, what comes from walking with Him? Somehow goodness. Goodness is in me. Where's that goodness come from? It's not intrinsic to me. It comes from the Lord. But when I walk with the Lord, there can be goodness in me. There can be peace in me. And peace is not the absence of difficult circumstances. It's the presence of contentment in the midst of them. And our sense of goodness is not the absence of sin in our lives. We will always, on this side of heaven, have sin. But we believe that there is good work to be done that the Lord calls us to, and He is pleased with those who have faith. So underneath both of these things, anxiety, insecurity, underneath both of them, if we want peace and goodness, it starts with faith. It comes from trusting that God knows, God can, and God is taking care of me. And so when I trust that I am home free, my victory is assured and no one can take it away from me, that no one can separate me from the love of God, then I have faith and trust in a holy God who will not drop me, and no one can wrestle me away from His grip. And so where do I lay my anxiety? What He says is I can cast all my anxieties onto Him. Because, Peter says, He cares for me. And since God cares for me, everything I have that is anxious and insecure can be cast down at His feet. And that is one of the greatest privileges of the Christian parent. All that I can cast off. It doesn't have to stick to me. Let it roll off my back. Why? Because He cares for me.